Let's move on to superstars.
Let's do it.
Let's do some spoilers. How about it?
How about fast forward?
You got TiVo. Bloop, bloop,
Yep.
bloop. Superstars airs tomorrow. So here's the spoilers. And again, you know, if the WWE is going to be upset about the spoilers, well, you know what? Do it live. Here we go. William Regal defeats Yoshitatsu, so they kind of get a little revenge back.
It's good because we were saying Regal has to be the guy to enforce and bring talent up.
Well, I just hope Regal was stiff with this guy. I really do.
So too. This is the reason why we thought it would be a good idea for him to be on that show, and it's good for him to go back and forth. He doesn't have to win everything, you know what I mean? And it's good for him to win this match, lose one, be fired. It's good.
Well, you know, this is the whole reason why we had that conversation with the guy that works with the WWE, and you know, it works. We told him about Regal being stiff in ECW.
You know Regal's not going to be a title holder.
No, he's
ain't
not.
Gonna be a big title holder. So this is a good chance for him to develop your young talent, develop these guys and show them how they need to wrestle in the ring, how they need to communicate, how they need to push that time, and how they need to push that crowd.
Well, yeah, and I think William Regal kind of replaced the Bob Holly role. And I think
That's
this is
good. Bob Holly was excellent for that.
Yeah, and then John Morrison defeats Tyson Kidd. During the match, G.H. Smith and Natalia were sent to the back.
Which is good.
So that's why John Morrison won. Why John Morrison is wasting his time with Tyson Kidd?
About to say that.
I don't know. But John Morrison is supposed to be pushed along with Ziggler in SmackDown.
Right.
Because their roster is kind of hurting on the top. So
Big
they can't push these guys fast enough. And for John Morrison to waste his time with Tyson Kidd, he should have faced another person that maybe kind of would have pushed him a little bit more further.
Yeah.
Randy Orton defeats Primo Colon. And again, top talent. And you got a mid-carder.
I'm telling you. And we talked about this at the Night of Champions. I'm telling you that Primo is going to get pushed very fast.
I don't know.
And for them to put those two together on Superstars, that's a test right.
So SmackDown. SmackDown airs Friday, but we're going to be airing it right now. I got the Cliff Notes. I got the Reader's Digest of it. So I'm just going to read to you what this says. They replayed a video package of CM Punk and Jeff Hardy at the Night of the Champions. And the opening pyro hits. Jeff Hardy comes out to a massive pop to start the show. And he addresses the crowd saying that this was a dream. If this was a dream, he don't want to wake up. And he thanks everyone who stuck with him and says that CM Punk had some rotten things, I guess, to say about him.
Right.
And let's see. Then he mentions John Morrison, and he plans to give him a fight because of the title reign was too short. What? He said the title reign was too short last time. John Morrison versus Jeff Hardy is announced as the main event. Crime Time comes out and celebrates with Hardy. And Crime Time came out only because they were going to go have their match with the Hart Dynasty. In this case, Crime Time defeats the Hart Dynasty to face the Big Show and Y2J at SummerSlam. So there you go. What we had the main event last Monday is now the main event at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Finlay and Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler and Mike Knox was announced later.
Really?
Yeah. Melina and Eve defeated McCool and Layla. And then backstage, CM Punk cuts a promo. I don't have the actual words here, but that's what happens. Rey Mysterio and Finlay defeats Dolph Ziggler and Mike Knox. Rey gets the win via pinfall on Ziggler. I don't know why they're keeping Ziggler down. It's not necessary. Ziggler should be on top.
Right.
Morrison cuts a promo backstage. The Great Khali versus Charlie Haas ends at a no contest. Kane comes out from under the ring. Khali sees and pursues to chase him up the ramp. And the match ends with a no contest. Well, shouldn't that... Well, I guess because of Kane, if he came from under the ring. Well, shouldn't that been a disqualification then?
Yeah.
And then if Khali pursued him up the ramp, maybe that should have been a count. I don't know why it's no contest. Maybe because it was early in the match. I don't know.
Well, I guarantee you this. I'm going to find out. I'll be watching SmackDown.
Jeff Hardy defeats John Morrison to retain the World Heavyweight Championship match. The belt. Morrison is out first. Great match. Back and forth. Jeff Hardy hits a twist of fate and a second swanton and gets the pinfall. And it says, after the match, Punk comes out, clapping his hands, raises Jeff's hands, and pretends to cut a promo, and then hits Hardy in the head with a microphone, ending SmackDown. So that's all I got. So
Shoot, didn't sound bad at all.
No, it doesn't.
Sounds good to me, man. I'll be there watching it.
Yeah, but it sounds like another disappointing night. I mean, I really am a mark for Ziggler, and he should be Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
Why?
Me too. But you know what? I kind of was trying to discuss to you about that maybe this is a good time to kind of build that character with him and Maria. I mean, what you said about him and Maria being like the Macho Man thing, I think that's tight. I think that would work. And for them to kind of just give him the title and Maria just be there randomly on Night of Champions. And we know there's been some, backstage stories. There's really no reason for her to come out and just sit in the chair the way she did. And this is the time to build that up now and go into SummerSlam and win a title.
The only time that you're going to have that kind of a character play, that kind of a role, if you are going to be the new Miss Elizabeth. And again, Ziggler reminds me of Mr. Perfect. He has the charisma, the athleticism, and the looks of a Mr. Perfect and Ravishing Rick Rude. I think Jim Ross, hit it right on the head with that.
Yeah.
And he's right. I mean, he does. I mean, he looks very good. And he does remind me of Mr. Perfect and Rick Rude. And with this kind of a gimmick that he has, now he also has a certain light of a Macho Man, Randy Savage. Right. I think it's great. It makes me excited, and that's why I'm a big mark for Ziggler.
Yeah, he's just got to stay focused, man. This guy could be very big, man.
Oh, he's going to be huge. Huge.
Very big.
And, okay, so that wraps up that segment. We're going to go into news and a little bit of updates. Not all that much.